Adjust the flavor with one small trick to make it absolutely delicious. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'd like to share something that might surprise many of you. How just 3 drops of soy sauce can dramatically change the flavor of your dish, and why only Japanese people understand this instinctively. At first glance, it might sound too simple. But if you've ever wondered how to make your meals more delicious, more nourishing, and easier to prepare, today's video is just for you. I often get messages like, "Japanese cooking seems difficult," or "I've heard about umami, but I don't really get how to use it." Many people assume that making authentic Japanese food at home is complicated, or that umami is a mysterious concept only chefs understand. But my mission is to make traditional Japanese wisdom and food culture more accessible to people all over the world. Of course, depending on where you live, it might be hard to find some ingredients. But once you understand the key principles, anyone can recreate the essence of Japanese home cooking, even far from Japan. Personally, when I was going through a difficult time, it was healthy Japanese meals that helped me restore my body and even lifted my spirit. That's why I'm so passionate about sharing these insights with you. If that sounds interesting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the upcoming recipes and tips. Now, let's talk about something most people assume. To cook something delicious, you need fancy ingredients and complicated techniques. But the truth is much simpler. Once you understand the concept of umami, your cooking will change dramatically. Have you ever found yourself wanting to prepare healthy and nourishing meals for yourself or your loved ones, but you just don't know what to make? I've been there myself. When I lived overseas as a student, I couldn't find Japanese ingredients easily, so I often ended up eating plain sandwiches day after day. I wasn't gaining weight, but I didn't feel healthy either. Maybe you've tried following a recipe exactly, only to find that the flavor was somehow lacking, like something was missing, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. That missing piece is often umami, the subtle but powerful flavor foundation of Japanese cuisine. And here's the surprising truth. Even most Japanese people don't consciously think about umami. If you asked 10 Japanese friends what umami is, chances are, many of them wouldn't know how to define it because it's just a natural part of daily life. But for people outside of Japan, understanding umami can take a bit more effort. Even I didn't fully appreciate it until I started to explore Japanese cooking more deeply. And once I did, the difference was incredible. In today's video, I want to help you understand the rules of umami, so you can enjoy Japanese food in your own kitchen, no matter where you are. Now, what exactly is umami? To put it simply, umami is the taste of glutamic acid, a natural amino acid found in many foods. And in Japanese cuisine, it's a critical part of what makes food taste so satisfying. Think of soy sauce, for example. It's made by fermenting soybeans, wheat, and salt, and it's packed with glutamic acid. When you dip a fresh piece of sushi into soy sauce, it's not just the salt that makes it taste amazing, it's the umami synergy. There are 3 major types of umami. Glutamic acid, found in plant-based ingredients like kelp, kombu. Inosinic acid, found in animal-based ingredients like dried bonito, katsuobushi. Guanylyc acid, found in mushrooms. But here's the key. In Japanese cooking, the most satisfying flavor combinations usually come from a balance between glutamic acid and inosinic acid, with glutamic acid taking the lead. If there's too much inosinic acid, from meat or fish, the result can taste too gamey or strong. But when you balance it with plant-based umami like soy sauce, miso, or kombu, you get something rich, yet clean and comforting. That's why sushi with soy sauce tastes so perfect. It follows this exact principle. Let's make miso soup together. The basic steps are: make the broth called Dashi. This is your umami base. Simmer your favorite ingredients. Dissolve the miso. Finally, adjust the flavor with one small trick to make it absolutely delicious. Let's begin by making traditional dashi with kombu and bonito flakes, 1 liter of water and 20 g of kombu. You can adjust the amount depending on your taste. You might notice some white powder on the surface of the kombu. Don't worry, that's actually part of its natural nutrients. If it bothers you, gently wipe it off with a damp kitchen towel. Now, place the kombu into the water. If your kombu is too large, go ahead and cut it with scissors to fit the pot. There are many ways to extract dashi from kombu. For a clean, subtle broth, you can soak the kombu in water and keep it in the fridge overnight. But today, we're going to simmer it to make a richer umami soup. For even better results, let the kombu soak in water for about 30 minutes before heating. Set your pot over medium-low heat and slowly bring it just to the point before boiling. Avoid turning the heat too high or the umami won't be properly released. Right before the water boils, remove the kombu. Be careful not to boil it. Overcooking can bring out bitterness or a seaweed-like odor. And that's your kombu dashi. Now, in Japanese cooking, we often make what's called a waze dashi, a blend of kombu and bonito flakes for deeper flavor. Let's prepare the bonito flakes. If possible, use thinly shaved ones, known as yusukizuri, but any kind of bonito flakes will work. Add about 20 g of bonito flakes to 1 liter of kombu dashi. Even with less, you'll still get good umami. Bring the kombu dashi to a full boil, then turn off the heat. Add the bonito flakes, then turn the heat back on and wait for it to come to a boil again. As it begins to boil, reduce the heat. If you see any scum or foam, skim it off gently. Simmer on low heat for about 4 minutes, then turn off the heat. Strain the broth through a fine mesh strainer lined with a kitchen paper or cloth. If that seems like too much work or you don't have those ingredients, no worries. You can also use dashi packs, which are widely available in Japan. Just follow the instructions on the pack. Simmer for 3 to 5 minutes and strain gently. Don't squeeze the bag, as that can make the flavor bitter. You can store this dashi in the refrigerator and use it for 2 to 3 days. Today I'm using onion, daikon radish, and tofu, but feel free to use any vegetables you have at home. Simmer the vegetables in the dashi until they're tender. Then add the tofu. If you boil tofu from the beginning, it might fall apart, so it's better to add it later. Once your broth is ready, add your ingredients and simmer gently. Then stir in the miso, but be careful not to boil the soup after adding it. Miso loses its flavor if overheated. And now the final touch. If your soup still feels like it's missing something, try adding just a pinch of salt. That's right, umami by itself isn't enough. It's the balance of umami and saltiness that truly brings the flavors to life. Let's review today's key takeaways. Rule 1. Balance umami types. Let glutamic acid take the lead. Rule 2. Combine umami with the right level of salt. These 2 principles are the secret behind Japanese cuisine and what makes it both delicious and healthy. By applying these simple ideas, you can start making authentic, balanced meals at home, even without fancy ingredients or years of cooking experience. If you found today's video helpful or inspiring, please like and subscribe. It helps me share these traditional insights with more people around the world. And if you have any questions about Japanese food or cooking, feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.